Hello everyone, welcome back to the Dead Rising playthrough. In this part, last part we beat up Cletus. In this part, we're both continuing with the story and fighting a couple more psychopaths, which is, honestly, I think part of the best parts of the game, is fighting the psychopaths. Even though some of the fights are extremely difficult and annoying, it's where a lot of the game's charm comes through. And I really do enjoy, because a lot of them are actually very difficult and thus very satisfying to beat once you get them down.
Yeah. And again, they're always hiding good prizes. Like Cletus, now we have the gun shop. We can go in the gun shop and get guns whenever we want. We took out the clown, now we have a shortcut through the mall, and the chainsaw, so there's always like good reasons to go after him too.
Yeah, not to mention that at the very least, if you kill a boss, you almost always get access to their boss weapon. Like, I think like one of the only I think like Cletus technically is like one of the only bosses that doesn't have a unique boss weapon, but you also get access to the whole gun shop, which is, certainly good enough. Pretty much every boss has its own like unique weapon, which is normally very, very good. Like, it'll have higher durability than most of the other weapons, and it'll be able to kill zombies really, really fast. Or bosses if you want to save it for that. That's another thing I really like about this game, is the resource management aspect of it, which is, to some extent, made less of a thing when you're playing on New Game Plus. But if I'm playing the game on New Game Plus, that's because I don't want to have to think about that kind of thing, and I just want to hoard as many swords as I can hold at that point. But like one of the things I like about this game when you're playing it is that, okay, Frank, you eat a whole baguette like that. I get distracted, sorry.
No, I took note of that too, because I'm like, you just saved this guy, he's got all this food lying around, you just instantly grab his baguette, it's mine
Hey,
now.
That was my baguette. No, it's not. It's Frank's baguette.
Oh, Frank, you're such a dick.
Frank is such a dick. But like, one of the things I like about this game is trying to prioritize what to carry. Because resource management, I think, is a big thing in... I mean, this isn't really a horror game, but in any horror game like Resident Evil, it's normally very important what you choose to carry with you. And it's sort of the same idea here, where you can either choose to carry a lot of food, you can carry a lot of weapons, or, you can carry magazines, but there's a limit to how much you can carry, and you always kind of want a couple more spots than you actually end up having. Which I feel like, in a good way, though,
And you called it, the convicts are back.
Also, you can apparently zoom in with the sniper rifle, which I didn't know at the time of recording this, that you could do that. Which would make certain things a lot easier, for sure. But yeah, they're like literally just standing there and letting me snipe them.
Oh man, the two guys I was with just decided to die. I'll just keep jamming out in my tank here.
They decided to die again.
Anyway, this is my tank now. Whee! I don't know why I needed to take the tank. Oh wait, I know why, because we're kind of doing something we're not expected to do just yet. I'm getting the maintenance tunnel heat early. You're generally expected to do this during the bomb mission later in the game, but I'm doing it now because I can ride a tank in there, and that's awesome. So why wouldn't I? This thing's definitely going to take up 2 parking spots.
I like that you can get the key early, though.
I do. I like it as well. It's extremely useful being able to get the key, and then use the maintenance tunnels as a shortcut through the mall. Although, it's generally, I think it's like Paradise Plaza is the only entrance that like has a car like right there. And if you don't have a car, you pretty much just shouldn't be wandering around down here, because I think there's more zombies in the maintenance tunnel than any other area in the game.
Yeah, because it's a big open area with nothing going on, so they could shove more zombies in here.
I also believe that if you want to get the achievement for killing the 53,000 whatever zombies, then you should just drive around with the car or motorcycle down here and then run them over, because I'm pretty sure that's the fastest way.
That's how I do it.
So anyway, we've got literally nothing going on. So we're gonna play some dress up at the moment here. Oh, Frank, man, you're looking good in that skirt there. But you know what? I think, oh, Frank, those are a little small for you, don't you think? But you know, I appreciate the patriotic look for sure. Okay, you know what? That pink is your color, Frank. I agree. Pink is absolutely your color.
I love art. Oh no!
Get out. Ooh, yes, the blue definitely does bring out your eyes, Frank. The eyes that we can for sure see right now.
The zombie is just awestruck.
You know, Frank, your ass is really poking out of that dress. You know, it's a little revealing, don't you think?
I always really like to work hard on my buns and thighs.
Oh yes, these Gucci sunglasses are beautiful. I agree, Frank.
Here comes the best one. We can pick it up.
Gun is the best hat.
Gun is the best outfit, yes.
Let me put on the bear hat.
There you go.
Oh, we're dressed up like a Xi Jinping from China.
Oh no, we're banned in China. Oh.
I'm sure we already learned anyway.
Oh man, god damn it. We'll never get that hat revenue now. Blizzard's gonna be on our ass for weeks.
That can't be good.
I know, getting banned in China isn't good, Frank.
Go on anyway.
That's a huge demographic, don't you know?
Someone called the professor and told him to come to this mall.
Jack the line.
I love how no one's batting an eye at this.
Yeah.
So is this the caller? This guy here? They've got something to do with the zombies, don't they?
Oh wow,
How can you tell?
And if he gets away with Dr. Barnaby, none of
Man, this is the weirdest episode of Winnie the Pooh ever.
Well, Piglet, we're just gonna have to bust some heads on the zombies now, aren't we?
Woo-hoo-hoo! Grab the shotgun there, Pooh, buttle pal. The wonderful thing about Tiggers are wonderful zombie killers.
All right, case 2.
Yeah, so now we have to. Now the game.
Frank, Frank, are you compensating for something?
What would make you think that? Eeyore, where are you? All right, who would survive the zombie apocalypse if there was one in the 100-Acre Wood? Because I know Christopher.
Rabbit lives in a hole, so he's fine.
Rabbit seems to me like one of those like paranoid like survivalist type people who has a bunker or something like that. So yeah, I think he'd probably survive. Christopher Robin's dead. Christopher Robin's like the first to die, I think.
Absolutely.
Probably. Piglet dies, but like halfway through the movie, almost certainly. Kanga's the only girl, so does that mean that she'd be more or less likely to die?
She's also a mom, so that's also a death flag.
That is true, yeah. She dies protecting Rue. So Rue doesn't die because Rue's the kid. There we go.
Yeah.
My guess is that Pooh dies, but at the very end in a heroic sacrifice fashion. There we go. This is canon, by the way.
I can't wait to read the comments discussing who would survive a zombie apocalypse in the 100-Acre Wood.
Well, I mean, we never learn what a heffalump or a woozle really is, so they could be zombies for all I know. So anyway, we're supposed to... I don't think you actually need to do anything with Barnaby. Like, I think that... I don't actually know, like, if he's even getting lowered down at all, or anything like that. I'm just getting a picture of him because I'm a dick like that.
I just see her hanging out there, Barnaby.
Carlito's got a sniper rifle.
Can we just move the system clock up by a week and kill him?
Good old Metal Gear Solid 3.
There's another mission with the sniper in the same area, actually, which is also really annoying. Like, okay, so to go off topic, which is what we do, like, are you actually expected to do the sniper minigame the way you're intended to in that game? Or does anybody actually do it now that people know That
But you mean kill the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's faster than just doing the system clock.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I thought that because from what I remember hearing, I thought that the minigame where you do the sniper stuff was actually pretty difficult.
It can
Well,
be.
I mean, doing the system clock is the cheap and easy way out, but you are still expected to fight him.
My best tip for that fight is to get the infrared goggles, because you can see the end's footprints, and it's really easy to follow them and stuff.
Yeah. And the other tip is just take it slow. If you bum rush, you're going to get yourself killed.
Yeah, because it's a sniper
Basically.
mission. Hey, Brad, do you mind not standing in the way so that I can use my giant Gatling gun? Thanks.
Also, other things I do, because there's actually another opportunity to kill the end before the boss fight happens. There's a scene where Volgin, the End, and Eva are all at this dock, and Snake's in the water. And for a split second when the cutscene ends, you can actually snipe the End and blow him up right then and there. And then when you go to the jungle where the End's supposed to be, they get replaced with a whole bunch of soldiers that you have to take out.
Can you kill Eva at that point too, or just the end?
No.
Okay.
I think it's only the End because it's like he's in his wheelchair and some guys are like wheeling him off.
Slowly rolling him off, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then you can screw up and shoot his bird, and then shit really goes down.
Wait, if you kill his
Yeah.
bird, does the boss fight get harder or something?
Oh, he freaks out and is really mad at you.
Ooh. Because I know there's a lot of weird stuff in that game. Like the most famous one is you created a time paradox thing where you're just not allowed to kill Ocelot, even though that's what you would do in that situation.
That's not what Big Boss would do.
Yeah, Big Boss doesn't know who Raiden is yet.
Yeah, but I thought I never really got the impression that he would care an awful lot if an extra person died. I don't see why Ocelot's special enough to not murder.
Well, there's this cutscene in Metal Gear Solid 3 where Eva's about to shoot Ocelot in the back, and then Snake stops her, and he goes, "Wait, he's young."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember, Big Boss is ultimately trying to not necessarily save people, but make sure they have a chance to do something rather than just be mindless, frontline, you're there to get mowed down types.
Metal Gear Solid 3 Big Boss hasn't been weathered down by disappointment yet.
Ah, okay.
Medicine, huh?
These cutscenes. Oh, man.
He's just gonna come back with three containers of aspirin and a cough syrup. All right, there we go. Medicine. Brad, you okay?
I mean, I guess you're not wrong, Frank, but
Also, this is actually important to take
Did
a
you need
picture of Jessie's boobs. You also have to look up her skirt too, and as creepy as it is, you need to do this, and you have to have a over 500 point erotica picture in order to win. I think it's Kent's second photo challenge. So
you were close.
Oh, God, I'm just imagining Professor Oak asking for those kinds of pictures. I need erotica, Ash!
You got it, Professor.
that's Jinx, Ash. Make sure to take a good one.
Please take a picture of Officer Joy. Or wait, it's Nurse Joy. Officer Jenny.
Your mother's still single, Ash?
Oh, the grocery store, so much food.
Oh yeah, the grocery store. It's a beginner's trap, I think, to some extent, because the zombies in here are actually very, very plentiful if you go in at any other time. So you're thinking, oh, a grocery store, there's lots of food in there, I can stock up, but you're just more likely to get hurt than anything else. Same thing if you try to go later in the game when the military shows up. It's generally a bad idea to come in here unless if you have to.
Remember, when you hear the beep, you're here on Supermarket Sweep. Who's saying that?
Oh, Bob.
Am I in a game show?
There's no honey in any of these aisles. Piglet, have you found a smackerel of honey yet?
I found some Smuckers.
Oh, Piglet, we all know that Smuckers isn't good enough.
But you said Smackerel. It's close enough, right?
Piglet, I don't even know how to spell smackerel.
You don't know how to spell anything, Pooh.
That's That's right. This is like actually trying to find the manager when you actually have a question you need to have answered in a supermarket. Versus when you don't want them there, they always show up. Like that!
I mean, I'd hope I'm not wearing a dress and a teddy bear outfit, but, you know.
No, I don't have any questions. I'm having a great time. Please leave me alone. I just want to buy my food and leave. Please don't bother me.
His teeth.
Boy, did you just come out of Mars Attacks or what?
Someone's been hurt. I need medicine.
Hurt! That's just what this bitch said when she came to vandalize my store!
Law.
I don't take kindly to vandalism. I won't allow it!
This shopping cart I also think is like one of his ultimate moves in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom or something like that.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh, man.
I don't allow vandalism in my store!
Can I
Can I
use a
see your
Prozac?
entire set of teeth?
Oh, bother.
Oh god,
Run away! So he does have a shotgun, so you can't just, like, stand behind something and then try to trick his AI into... Ow.
Yeah, you can't just climb the aisles and be like, I'll be fine up here.
Yeah. Okay. Can we... But the shopping cart's one of my favorite items in the game, though. Even if you get one of the normal ones and not necessarily like the super one that he's got right here.
I would say, though, because you're surrounded by so much food, I don't know how you're supposed to die here.
Oh, yeah, no, if you can even get just a second to stand back and heal, then you're probably okay.
There are so many aisles to hide in between, so, like, even if you just pick up, like, a piece of meat, just go hide into an aisle and you'll be fine.
Fun fact, though, when I was, like, oh, God, 7 or 8 years old, I only knew about Mario Kart because they mentioned it in the Super Smash Bros. Like 64 character info screen, where they were like, these are other games that these characters were in, and it was like Mario Kart 64 was one of the ones they listed for Mario, and I was like, oh, Mario Kart, and at that time the only other cart that I knew was a shopping cart, so that's what I thought that Mario Kart was like Mario and Luigi running around in a supermarket with shopping carts. And for some reason, I wanted that video game. So I asked my aunt for it, and she got me it. And I was like, this
You're
is
woefully
not...
disappointed.
No, I still love that game, but it's just like...
Clean up! Register 6!
Wah, 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 wah.
That's a good reflection texture for 2006.
Meanwhile, Frank's hand just goes right through the mask.
Oh, bother.
I didn't know they sell women in this store. Wait, that's illegal, isn't it?
Is
She
it?
wakes up to this.
I feel like wearing the mask makes it less creepy the way he's looking at her, though.
One tough cookie. Can you stand?
Yeah, I can see that. Oh my god!
That dress looks terrible on you. It's not even your size, man. Come on, you have to know you don't have the figure for that.
You people don't know what
I literally just...
Frank, you shouldn't be surprised she doesn't trust you.
you ruined Santa's
It's just not the height of fashion.
started all this.
Isabella, come on, be reasonable. I'm sure that if you get dressed up like this, you'll see how good it is.
Oh, man.